Hello folks, welcome back to the Book Corner. I am Hermione, author and lover of all things literature. So in today's video, by the way, today is still Thursday until it becomes midnight. It's like 11:28 right now, and in a couple of minutes I gotta go and check my stuff. But anyways, in today's video I am going to be talking about, to the back, I'm going to extend my plans for 2025, and I've done a video. I did a video of this a couple of days ago, and I was like, I have these new books that I'm ordering next week. Might as well just expand upon it and redo the video. Though I'm not going to delete the original video, I'm going to keep it and all that. So, one of the things that I really wanted to do in 2025 is to read some books from authors that I cannot borrow those books from the library. And the reason for that is they're already being checked out, and there is a long waiting list for them and all that. So for 2025, I have several book series that either I've already started or I will start in that year. So the first one, of course, has to be Lord of the Rings. This is, I believe I bought the Hobbit, or it says it's book one. It says it's book one. So definitely going to be starting to read that book in 2025. I don't know when I'm going to, but I definitely will read it sometime in 2025. Another series that I'm going to be reading is going to be the first book in the Wheel of Time. If I love that book, I will get it as a physical copy. So I am very excited about that. Wheel of Time, I was told, is one of the really good fantasy series. I don't know how many books are in that series, but I definitely want to start that one out. I'm also wanting to dive into Brandon Sanderson. Now, here's a little note for people that may not know. I already am reading Brandon Sanderson. I'm reading The Way of the Kings. This is the first book in the Stormlight Archive. I am about 55% done with that book, and I should have that book done either next week or the week after next. I probably will have it done next week because I'm almost done with another book that is part of a series that I started that will continue on in 2025. And that book is Hounded. That is the first book in the Iron Druid Chronicles. There's a total of 10 books in that series. So Hounded is, for people that don't know, Hounded is about a druid that is well over 1,000 years old. And he is able to stay youthful because of his magic. And there's not a lot, but there's some references to some historical events. So, yeah. So it blends Celtic mythology, Celtic gods with the modern world, which is always a plus in my book. In fact, my book that I am going to be releasing on Christmas Day of next year is going to have Celtic gods and goddesses in them. But not to the extent that Herne does it. The Iron Druid, The Lord of the Rings, or Tolkien's books, Brandon Sanderson, and the author of The Wheel of Time are 4 series that either I have started or I will start in 2025. So next week I'm going to be ordering my books. Thursday is always by book day. I will also say that I will be getting a Billy bookshelf coming in, but I gotta pick a time to actually put it together. So tomorrow the book, I think it's called Wind of Truth, which is the 5th book in the Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson, is coming out. I actually ordered it 2 days ago, and they did finally take the money off my card with no problems, no issues at all, so I was very happy about that. That is coming in tomorrow. I will be doing I don't know if I'm going to show the book off on here or my fantasy reader channel. I probably will go ahead and do it for both, so you will not get the usual intro and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, alright, so I got several, so this, I can't talk right now. So, I'm getting probably about 9 additional books next week. So the first one is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I have heard nothing but really great things about this series, so I will be getting that. I will be reading that book probably sometime in February. I will say, I want to note that the Gilded Crown, which is the first book that I'm currently reading, I'm kind of 50-50 on if I'm going to get the second book. This one is in hardback. I have the option of getting it in paperback, but I chose to get it in hardback. I'm going to try to get all of my, all the books. Like, once I start a book, say in hardback or paperback, I'm going to go ahead and continue that. Then we got The Way of Kings, Book 1 of the Stormlight Archives. Because I have enjoyed the book so much, I decided to go ahead and buy a physical copy of the book. Because the 5th book is coming out in hardback, we all know why. You have to wait a year for it to be in paperback. I've decided to try to get all of the Stormlight Archives in hardback. 2 books that I was not able to get in hardback was Malice by John Gwain. I pronounce that. If I mispronounce his name, I'm truly sorry. I've been hearing great things about that book. That book and Assassin's Apprentice, I was not able to check out from the library. There is a 3-month waiting list for both books, and I got a feeling the waiting list is just going to get a whole lot more longer. So might as well just nip it in the bud and go ahead and go ahead and buy it myself. Then we got The Shadow of the Gods by the same author. Once again, could not check it out from the library. There is a 4-month waiting list for that book, and that book's been out for a couple of years now. Alright, then we got Terry Pratchett's Sorcery. This is actually book 5 in the Discworld series. This takes place after Mort. I am not buying Mort until March. March is when the reissue gets released. A couple of days before Mort is scheduled to be released as a reissue, I will be paying for it. So that will be like the first time in 2025 that I'm actually getting a book when it comes out. I'm also buying The Hemlock Queen, which is the 2nd book in the Nightshade Chronicles, Nightshade trilogy. I enjoyed the Foxglove King. The Hemlock Queen was a Kindle Unlimited free book. I read that book, absolutely loved it. I believe Hannah Witton does romantasy a heck of a lot better than some of the other authors that write it. And personally, if it's not written by her, I actually am not excited by it. So I actually am going to just go ahead and buy the 3rd book, so that will actually be the 2nd book in 2025 that I'm going to be buying and have it delivered. The next one is the Mistborn Saga, Mistborn Box Set 1. This is the first 3 books in the Mistborn Saga. I do know there are others after this, so basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be reading all the Stormlight Archives, and this is from his website. and then I'll move on to Mistborn, read all those books, and on and on. And in my library, it's going to be that way. It's going to be Stormlight Archives, Mistborn, and on. Then, of course, is Hounded by Kevin Herney. Once again, first book of the series. Absolutely loving it. I have 5 chapters left before I'm done with it. And last but not least is going to be Lincoln's Wizard, Dragons of the Confederacy, Book 1 by Dan Willis. I absolutely loved this book so much. It is steampunk if people don't know. And so I am going to be buying that, and then as soon as it arrives, I'm going to actually get the second book I'm actually going to buy the second book as a physical edition instead of it buying as a Kindle edition, because I just enjoyed the first book so much, and I got a feeling the second book is going to be just as good. But that will be, that's actually going to be, so far, the only book that I'm going to be buying that's going to be last. So when New Year's Eve comes along, all the books I have purchased are all going to be, I'm going to do one giant video, and you'll get all the books that I ordered, or that came in. So I will be reading some more series from Dan Willis because I just love his writing style. Also, next year I will be reading Hexed. That will be read in January. If I like that book as much as I liked Hounded, I will buy it as a physical edition. Then I will turn around and I will get the third book in the series, because I just want to see where it goes. But yeah, I had said to Stephen I was not going to buy any books at all during the winter months, but because I cannot get my hands on the books that are currently in the library because of the long wait list, I have absolutely no choice in the matter. If I'm going to read the book, I have to buy it either as a Kindle edition or as a physical one. Speaking of my own book, I am actually going to be trying again with Ingram Sparks. I do have an account with them, just that my first book was never published by them because I was going to delete it, but I could not get it to delete at all. So I will be trying again, this time with professional artwork and all that jazz. So looking forward to it. Hopefully it will work this time because I really want to see my book in Barnes & Noble. Hopefully it will end up in Barnes & Noble and all that. So I will see you guys around, and until next time, I will see you later, and I decided I will show you that book when it comes in. Oh yeah, duh, girl, you just told them at the beginning of the video. Okay, it's been a long day, guys. It has been a long day. I'll see you guys around.